Hi, Lauren. This is where that protest ended. You had demonstrators on one side of the street, police on the other. These was a very emotional night here. So passionate protesters who say they will be back, and frustrated drivers who are watching how the city responded. So we heard their voices, but we didn't hear from the mayor or the police chief. Traffic at a standstill on the Durham Freeway during the evening commute.
Luckily, I know my way around, so I knew exactly the alternate route to take.
Drivers sitting, waiting, and wondering.
Ceasefire now!
The holdup caused by a group of anti-war protesters who took their gripes on the road. Literally, dozens of demonstrators holding signs, waving flags, and raising their voices.
As a student rabbi, my Judaism is a Judaism of justice and a Judaism that values all life. I really want to call on both my fellow Jews and also all people of faith to join us in calling for a ceasefire.
Noah Reuben Blos is a part of the Jewish Voice for Peace, the group that made the decision to hit the highway and disrupt the lives of thousands of drivers in Durham.
We're cool with not doing this again if this ceasefire is resolved. If a ceasefire happens, we don't want to disrupt anything else. But if this is what violence takes, right? Violence against people in Palestine takes us disrupting people's traffic.
The protest started just before 5. Police arrived to the scene, initially not moving in on the group.
So I know a lot of folk wanted the police to just immediately go in and arrest folk and gather people up, but sometimes that can make a situation worse.
I asked Mayor Pro Tem Mark Anthony Middleton how he feels about the city's response to the disruption.
I want to take a peaceful, placid situation, although it may be illegal, and turn it into something that becomes unmanageable, where folk can start to get hurt.
Just before 7:30, officers warned the group they had 15 minutes to leave. Nearly 3 hours later, just before 8, they complied. As for Israel, she has this to say.
I am for protesting and exercising, your rights. However, I do feel like there were a lot of resources that were used in order to control it that probably, could have been avoided.
Now, we are pushing DPD tonight to find out why it took nearly 2 hours to tell these demonstrators they were violating the law and needed to leave. I reached out to them again tonight, but Steve, I haven't heard back yet.